Namaste. I am the incorrigible Mr. Zeppo. Thanks for tuning in. I'll be really honest with you, I'm a little nervous. I've already deleted like 5 takes, but I think this is the one. I'm going to be reading to you from a collection of poems that I wrote. I'll be honest with you, I don't really feel like I wrote them. I feel like I jotted them down, if that makes sense. This is the author's note. Dear beloved readers, sending you love and energy, thanks and gratitude for your time and effort in reading this. There is a world of worlds here among us in this nexus of story and imagination and community which we co-create. And as a new and unknown member of this community, I humbly submit to you this collection of poems as my first foray into publishing here. A long time ago, in an almost distant time in my life, as a student of the world, the poetry of lovers, sinners, saints, mystic prophets from across the scope of human history, they subtly set fire in my heart and soul. An undeniable spiritual need to subjugate myself, to scribe in the service of the muses. It has possessed me quietly ever since. There were 9 muses, ancient Greek goddesses, with roots so deep in the human psyche that we rightly have no idea how far back in time or where exactly they may have actually originated in our collective culture. These women, these epic female archetypes who ruled over the arts and sciences and offered inspiration in those subjects, they still linger. They linger with us in our postmodern lives. They were the daughters of Zeus, Lord of all the gods, and Mnemosyne. Forgive me if I'm mispronouncing that. I don't think I've ever actually read that word out loud before in my life. She represented memory. Memory. Such a divinely human thing for us to embody as a goddess in our collective mythos. Well, since the day that I first understood the magic that can be woven in the heart and in the theater of the mind, I've quietly and secretly practiced penning love letters to the goddesses in hopes to strike a better bargain than those mortal men, and I assume also some women, who have fancifully or literally negotiated with the devil for a lifetime of prophetic artistic vision and success. I have no truck with the devil, thus my bargain is with 9 beautiful women. The nature of these mantras, naturally being of a deeply private matter, I have rarely shared them in my adult life. These poems are the whispers that I pray to her, the mystic goddess of inspiration and visionary intuition, the bringer of the mindgasm. The golden moment when a blank canvas is suddenly drenched in words that spill forth from the emptiness at the center of our mind and of our spirit. I make no apologies for the content or the form in which it is presented. These imaginings that inspired the writing of the words, clouds that have occurred throughout my whole adult life, I don't understand where they come from. The resulting poems, many of which were originally handwritten, some of which were since then lost. A couple were thankfully recreated and re-preserved here. All of them are presented here as faithfully to the spirit, if not to the letter of the original writing. I have taken the editorial liberty of reinventing and reimagining almost all of them, each in their own way, for this is the very first edition to be shared with the world on social media. I invite and I welcome public discussion, and I will do my best to respond to any questions, as well as any critiques, even suggestions for improvement. Thank you kindly for noticing and pointing out any glaring errors here or any future publication. That's, of course, for the print. I often forget to put in the odd comma or misspell the odd word. I'll change them if I agree with the suggestion. I may or may not, and I reserve the right to do absolutely nothing. After all, this is a book of poetry, and in my defense, English is my second language. Sincerely yours, beloved reader, the incorrigible Mr. Zeppo.